Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new weekly writing vlog. So it is currently the 7th of June and I am gonna do some writing today. I'm about to hop onto a Zoom call with Peyton and maybe Julia. I don't know if they're joining or not. And we are gonna do some writing together, which is really exciting. We haven't done a writing Zoom in a while, where we just sit and write with each other, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna be working on the show must go on stuff still. I think I'm gonna continue working on the outline today, maybe do some character work. I have not worked on it since my last update in the last vlog. I didn't vlog for the second half of the week last week because I had a lot of things going on and I didn't do any writing. So I don't think I've written since Wednesday of last week. So it's been a while, but I am ready to get into writing and doing some outlining stuff today and kind of just talking to my friends about writing, which is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world. So I'm very excited. So let's just get into the vlog. Okay, so it's now the 9th, it's Wednesday. I did not update, obviously, for the rest of Monday. I didn't do any writing yesterday, I just read all day. But Monday, I ended up kind of hitting a wall with the outline, and this always happens for Act 3, the end of the book, because you just have to wrap everything up. And I got to it, and I was looking at draft 2, and I was like, okay, there needs to be more here. Things happen, I think, far too quickly. So I'm going back through the outline and I was trying to bulk it up, and I think the problem is that I don't know all the characters well enough, so I need to do that so I can therefore bulk up the outline better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do that. I actually had a Zoom call with my mentor Melissa earlier today, and I wasn't planning on doing any brainstorming on this book with her or talking about it with her, because we were doing the Zoom to celebrate her book deal announcement. So I've known for a little while that she's had a book deal and I'm so excited for her, but she finally announced it yesterday, and so I was like, hey, let's do a Zoom to celebrate. And so that's what we were doing. I'm so happy for her. You guys go add her book on Goodreads, I'll link it down below for you. I'm so excited. But yeah, she has a book deal with Scholastic for summer of 2022 and I am so excited for her. But we were celebrating today and it was so nice to talk to her, but she asked me about the show must go on, so we were talking about it and she helped me figure out something with the love interest, which I feel really works quite well. It just kind of connects everything really nicely. So I need to kind of ruminate on that a little bit and try to incorporate mentions of it and whatnot into the book. So that's what I need to do. I also did some more world building stuff. I think on Monday I was working on Sebastian's house a little bit, which I don't know if I finished or not, but I should probably work on that. Yeah, I think I mainly today want to work on the character stuff and maybe trying to work a bit on the outline. I have time. I'm confident in myself that I can get everything done that I need to get done before Camp NaNoWriMo next month. So I'm feeling pretty good about everything at the moment. It's only the 9th, so I have plenty of time to work this all out, and I think that I'll be able to. And I'm really excited to work on this book again, especially knowing that people are excited to read it. Melissa's excited to beta read it for me, and Kath is also really excited for it, which makes me happy. So I'm just excited to be working on it again and making progress in it and hopefully making it better than the last draft. I'm having a pretty good day. I'm about to sit down and work on it and I'm excited. Let's just get started. Okay, it's now 3:05 and I've been doing some character work, some character brainstorming. I've figured out some things about my love interest Sebastian and his ex-girlfriend Sabrina, and kind of their dynamics with each other that they had and kind of the reasonings of why they broke up. And I really like it and I'm really excited about it because I believe I never had an actual reason why they broke up. I just never figured it out and paid attention to it. But I think it's gonna be really important in the story and an important reason why him and Ellie end up working out so well and why their dynamics mesh well as opposed to him and Sabrina. So I'm actually really excited about this. I think it's gonna work really well. I am having an issue with Ellie's best friend Gwen. I have no idea what's going on with her. I know nothing about her, which is causing a bit of an issue because her character profile is literally so sparse, it's ridiculous. And I feel I haven't had this much difficulty at figuring out a character in a really long time. For the past couple of years, for some reason, characters have come to me a bit easier than they used to, but I am just hitting a wall with her and I don't know why. I know nothing about her except for a few small details. Maybe she doesn't need an actual overarching story. Some characters can be stagnant, so she doesn't necessarily need any growth, but I feel she needs something else going on in her life and I just haven't figured it out yet. I have no idea. Hopefully I'll figure something out soon because I'm kind of struggling right now. now. Maybe I'll need to do like a brainstorming session with somebody to like work out all the kinks with her, because I have no idea. All I know is that I am like intrigued by her and I want her to have more like page time. I just can't figure out what to do with that. I am, however, currently trying to find inspiration pictures for all my characters because I want to print them out so I can put them in my journal like I did for Reasons Why Not To. Like in their character pages, they have the picture that I use as inspiration. This was the initial inspiration picture that I had for Lila back in 2018 when I started the project. Same for like Beckett. I also have a Hubba Bubba wrapper because he loves Hubba Bubba. It's the little things. I want to do a similar thing in the Go notebook because I don't even have the character profiles written in my notebook. I have them all on big pieces of paper, but they're the ones that I wrote, I believe, for the very first draft, and they aren't very updated. And so like, because I'm updating them, I have like things scratched out and like written in the margins and like whatnot, which is very messy. So I would like to have like a clean, updated version in this journal right here. I have the section marked off for it. I have this whole section marked off for all of the characters, so I need to figure that out. But also, quick side tangent, I did figure out how, I think I mentioned this, but I did figure out how to connect Go to Reasons Why Not To by having Lila's dad be the theater teacher, which was like an epiphany that I had a couple weeks ago, I think, and I was like, oh my god, why didn't I like even think about that before? It makes total sense. I like realized it when I was doing my edits. I was like, wait. But I think I found like a small way to connect this book to my next book, AMS. I was trying to like think like if this is going to be like an actual like universe that I'm creating, this whole world, you're probably going to see like similar places show up, and you know, so eventually I want to work in Montgomery's, which is the bookstore from Reasons Why Not To. Eventually I want a character to go to Montgomery's. I don't know when that's going to naturally show up, probably not for quite a few books because I don't think I'm writing a book lover for like a long time. But in AMS there is a music store that I'm calling Tanaka Tunes because it is one of the love interest dad's store and their last name is Tanaka, so Tanaka Tunes is what the music store is called. And I figured that I could possibly work in a mention of it or a visit to it in the show must go on because Ellie is such a music lover, so I figured she could possibly go to the store to try to like buy something so we could get like a little sneak peek of the store before I even write that book, which I think will be really interesting. And that will also force me to do some brainstorming for AMS because I'll need to know what the store looks like so that I can adequately describe it in this book, which I think is just, it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited to create this little universe because like I love reading Morgan Matson books, and for example in Take Me Home Tonight there are mentions of places that we've seen before like the Orchard and like the ice cream store or whatnot, and so I really love that, and being able to like pick up on these little things. Like it's not so connected to where you can't read the books out of order or you can't just like read one of them and not read the rest. Like you can, which I love, and so I want to do that with my books too, where it's just like little mentions of things, you know, just for the people who are reading every single book, and I'm very excited about it. So there's that. But because Lila's dad is going to be the theater teacher, sadly I need to cut the current theater teacher. Her name was Miss Clark, so rest in peace Miss Clark, you no longer exist. And I need to kind of figure out how to incorporate his dynamics into this story. He is obsessed with theater, he is obsessed with Mandela effects and true crime, so I kind of need to work that in a little bit somehow to make sure that his personality shines through in this book in the same way that it does in Reasons Why Not To. So I feel like that will also be like an interesting thing to tackle, writing him in a different setting than I'm used to and not through Lila's lens. I think it's gonna be interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get back to work here. I'm trying to gather all these pictures that I can put into the notebook here. I'm gonna do that, take a break from the actual work for a minute and come back to it. Okay, it's now the 10th. I honestly don't remember what the last thing I updated you on was, so I have no idea what I have done since last talking to you. Probably not a whole lot if we're being honest. I think I did some character work, maybe. I know I did some things with Sebastian yesterday, but I don't know if I talked about it or not. But I did do some stuff with that and kind of his relationship with his ex-girlfriend and kind of figure some of that out. But I don't think I did like a whole lot of work yesterday. I honestly do not remember. But today I've been doing some work, not a whole lot. Again, I'm feeling really tired today, and so I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm being like really slow and sluggish, and so I don't know what's going on. But I worked on a little bit of character stuff, not a whole lot. But the main thing that I did was I researched a conspiracy theory about Greece. There is like this one big conspiracy theory that people have about Sandy actually being dead the entire time and kind of like having a coma dream about the entire thing, and that's kind of why they like fly off in the end in the convertible. I think it's a very interesting theory. It's been shot down by John Travolta, I think also by the creator of the movie, so it's bogus, but I think it's still a really fun conspiracy theory. And I think I have talked about this, but I am trying to connect all my books with each other, and in order to connect Reasons Why Not to The Show Must Go On, Lila's dad is actually going to be the theater teacher, and he is obsessed with conspiracy theories. You definitely get to see his love of Mandela effects in Reasons Why Not To, and so I had to, you know, bring that into this book. And so I wanted to think of a conspiracy theory or Mandela effect for him to talk about, and then I remembered a light bulb went off in my head and I was like, oh right, there's a Greece conspiracy theory. So I researched it. I have an entire page worth. I even have a sticky note in the side here of a little snippet of what could be in the scene. I'm just very excited about it, and I'm excited to experience somebody else hearing his conspiracy theories, because Ellie isn't related to him, whereas Lila is, so she kind of knows him on a more personal level, whereas Ellie only knows him as her theater teacher. So I think that's going to be really interesting. Also yesterday, something that I did do was I worked on the Pinterest board a little bit. I found an inspiration picture for Sebastian, which I was really struggling to do. I had like an illustrated one, but I wanted like a real life one. I found one that's pretty close. The hair color isn't quite right, but it's close enough. But I also worked on Lila's dad, putting him into the Pinterest board for The Show Must Go On under Mr. Gray, because that would be his name, and kind of putting pins that were from Reasons Why Not To just for easy access when I'm in The Show Must Go On board, and also putting in some things for this book specifically. Like I discovered that he's gonna be that kind of nerd and that kind of dork who has like a million mugs that kids give him, that students give him, with funny theater sayings on them. So I was looking up a bunch of those on Pinterest, and I just think it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited to bring him back in this book. Actually, he is a lot of fun to write because he's like this overly dramatic, I don't know, he just has like this really fun personality that I really enjoy writing, especially when he's talking about his conspiracy theories. So I'm very excited to write this scene into the story. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, besides that, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of stuck because I'm trying to figure out like what new scenes need to be added into the book, because new scenes definitely do need to be added. I have one that could be added, but I haven't quite decided if I want to do it or not. And then I need to figure another scene that I could possibly add before I feel like I can really go back to my outline. So I'm just kind of working on that. But I honestly think I might try to get some stuff printed out today from my best friend Rochelle, because I'm going to her house today, so that I can start putting all the character profiles into the journal. I think I was talking about that yesterday. So that is what's going on with me. Lots of things happening. Don't know if I'm going to get any work done tomorrow. I was supposed to film videos today, but frankly I just don't feel like it, and I'm not going to force myself to do it. So there's going to be no video for tomorrow. So I need to film tomorrow hopefully, because I do need videos for next week. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm happy with the work that I did today, even though it was literally just about a conspiracy theory. But you know what? Some days are just like that. And also a full page of research, which is literally going to be like a couple of paragraphs in the story at most. So we love that for me.